Oh yeah, I guess you guys can hear me. Um, I'm just gonna be fucking around and looking at a bunch of creations as well as trying my own at some point soon. Um, oh my god. See you, bitch. Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, I love him. I love him so much. I don't know how well the audio balance is, but I'll. I don't know who you are, but I ain't doing maps tonight. No, sir. Been waiting too long for this. No. Oh my god. No, it ain't. Oh, what the f- Jesus Christ, this is some Bloodborne shit. That's URL, Casey. Oh, the Asylum Demon, oh my god. Yo! Oh my god, that's so cool! Holy shit, it's got the fucking sit down emote. I'm not playing map. Yo, dear, oh my god. See ya. Oh my god. Thick. A little creepy, but sure. Okay, I've heard this zone is really cool too. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow. This is fucking wild. This is a step up from Little Big Planet, that's for sure. Jesus. Ow. The fucking impact. This is insane! Like, looking at the creation suite, I have no idea how the hell people do this. Oh, looks like that's the corner. Okay, is there a way to get up? There's no, like, jump button or anything, so I have to make do with what I've been given. Like, this is just rocks, but this is fucking, like, incredibly impressive. I don't know how the hell this is... how long this took. Like, the robot alone looks, like, super fucking advanced. Cool. Haha, that's so fucking cool. Oh my god. What else do we have? Let's see. This is just a fucking crab. Oh. Oh my god, look at this thing. Holy shit. Oh yeah, the cursor is my little friend. He's so cute. You can customize them too, but I haven't really figured out how to do so. Ooh, this looks cool. Whoa. Whoa! Is that like a little mini version of the map? This is wild. Holy shit. That is so cool. The music is really nice too. It's all like chilled out. The fuck is that? Whoa. Okay, goodbye. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a... Oh yeah. Ramp 3D. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh shit. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff you can do. Like, apparently you can make your own sound effects with, like, Foley shit, which is awesome. Come back! This one never works for me, but I guess the original ramp never did either. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, there's that PlayStation Home. That caterpillar is so cute. Eggs. Is this like a character you can use? Oh no, it's just like a... Cute! Oh my god, that's so cute! I really, really wanna... like, learn the editor, because I have no fucking idea how people did this. Let's try this out. Oh man, that font! Yeah, I think Co-op Create is in the game. I'm not sure if it's in the beta or not. I haven't seen the option to, like, do multiplayer, but if I can get some people together, I would try it at least. Oh, this is by Disarmed. So was that other one. This guy's really good. Oh yeah, there's that Cuphead level. Let's try, there's like sound effects. I think somebody had like the Roblox oof, which made me lose my goddamn mind. Let's see. Sort by most thumbs up. Oh, this looks neat. No, I'm actually using my controller at the moment. I haven't used a PS Move since, like, the Move pack came out for the original Little Big Planet 2. Oh, my little guy's driving. Whoa. Oh, I keep using the wrong thing. Yeah, there's like tire trails. I think I actually know how they did that. It's like to do with the paint tool. Oh, am I going to a different area? Holy crap! Okay, that transition was fucking awesome. Oh my god! Hello, Santa? Fuck you! It's awesome! Whee! Oh my god! Oof! Oh, is there like a... Oh my god, there's a pipe. Woo! This is awesome. Yo! Oh man, I will be right back. Hang on. I'm gonna be one of those social eating streams and just, like, chomp on my fucking burger while I'm streaming. Except this time there's no face cam. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's like a thing in his mouth. Okay. What's through here? Oh, it's another level entrance? Well, these are like the level gates from Little Big Planet. Oh, I see. You know, I was a little surprised how much actually, Oh, I'm sorry, fish. That doesn't sound very nice. I was actually surprised with how much carried over. Like, of course, the creation suite is completely different, but a lot of the logic stuff is exactly the same, or, like, almost functions identically. Yeah, there's, like, save states, too, apparently. I was looking through some of the, like, the tools, and they're pretty comprehensive. Mm-hmm. 3 is just apparently something you could always really do a lot of with. But, as you could probably remember, I was not very good with logic, so I never really got too into it, or knew the full potential of what you could do with it. But it looks like everything from like the past Little Big Planet games are like available and usable with more to accommodate for the 3D. Is this? Oh my god, this is the this is the wilderness theme. Oh man. I just want to sit here and listen to this for a minute. See, I don't even know what that is.
2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who he shot in the stomach, was pregnant at the time. Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found the father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was getting...
Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started.
The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate... The father purchased the rifle used...
On its way to heaven by your own hand. It's not too late if you act fast.
Noon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning.
You, what you looking at? Want some, do ya? Have some of that. Bish, bash, bish, bash, bush. What you looking at? Have some of that. You, what you looking at? Want some, do ya? Have some of that. Bish, bash, bush. What you looking at? Have some of that. Bish, bash,
Okay, just a disclaimer, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, so it's okay. Okay. Oh, it's really hard to get used to, but I'm sure I will at some point. Um... Oh, right, that's... I'm thinking of stamp. Hmm... This point I haven't seen a lot of the tutorials, so I'm still just kind of screwing around. Gadgets, let's see. Prize bubble checkpoint. Movers. Oh, they even use most of the same icons from the older game. Gameplay gear? Bolt, winch, yeah, okay. Hmm. Hmm. So I'm trying to figure out how to make my own custom character. So let's see. Let's see if I can get this. Hmm. Okay. Last of the nuggies. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, I think I know what to do. Okay, so let's make the legs next.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, this looks really disturbing. Okay. Yeah, looks fine. Yeah, we in here. I'm gonna try to make like a weird looking like spider baby. See what happens. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like read or like go back and look at a lot of those live streams because they seem very insightful. Okay. There we go. That. And that. Hopefully is close enough to what I'm trying to do. There's also full like grid tools, which is so good. Okay. Now, tools, ball joint. Okay. Let's do you to you and you to you. Okay, this should work. Oh man, I've never even tried Blender before, but it sounds like a pain in the ass. From what I've heard. Okay. Oh, it's moving! Okay. No, I need the, this. Okay. Oh, it's a ball joint. Right, okay. Wait. Sends a signal when the connector has completed a cycle of movement. Okay. I'm so used to just pressing square on everything. Blender's some shit. Okay, now if there's a way to make this thing move. Oh, sweet Christ. Alright, what's the toolbox we have here? Counter. And or Zor not. Yep, okay, I remember this. Movers, let's see. Oh, maybe it's under gameplay? Oh, cool, I can just add it straight to the thing. Okay. Um... This is a mess. Okay, let's see. Yeah, microchips are all over the place. R3, LNR. Okay. Okay, well, I can get into it at least. Oh, yeah, I guess there are. I just didn't notice them. Trigger zone, tag. Switch. It's gotta be at the start here. Variables, huh? Interesting. Hmm. It's in the middle of logic gates. Okay, thank you. Ah! Oh my god, it even looks like the one from Little Big Planet. Whoa! Okay. Okay. Um... Alright, well, first off, I do want to do one thing. And that's go to gameplay, get a blank puppet, put him in here, open him up. Oh no. Puppet logic. Smack you. Hehehehe. Is wire to an object to health manage? Okay. Let's see what happens when I do this now. Damn. Okay. Okay. Sound effects, controller. Yo! I have no idea what I'm doing. Walk, run. Fell out of scene. Possessed. Jesus Christ. Auto guide? What the fuck is this? Oh, is this... Snap. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh! Oh, he's moving! Sorta. No, he's not. Never mind. Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe if I do this. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. These guys are not attached. There we go. Alright, let's try this out. Nope. Huh. Yeah, I have to tell it its legs, but I don't know how to do that. Um... Movable, yes. Visible, connected. Friction. Bounce, weight. Hey, Ruby. Collide, I guess? I know they're hard, but I'm gonna do it anyway, goddammit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna go and see what kind of remixed stuff people have had. Kits. There was a really cool one. Remixable. Okay, how did this guy do it? Oh, it's follow behavior. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Let's take a look at like the one that's actually in charge. Puppet interface. Are those like just... Is that a person? Hmm. See, now I'm just wondering if it's like just a puppet underneath something else. But there was another really cool one. There was like a cat. Now, where was that? Spider-Bot, maybe? Does this actually move? Oh. This is cool as fuck. Doesn't look like it turns though. Okay, let's see. Character, okay. I saw this somewhere. To make quadrupeds work, there's a lot of work into it, which makes sense. Didn't expect that to happen. FPS mode. Centaur Soldier, let's see. Holy crap! Wow, how the fuck? Oh my god. Wow, this is insane. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Whoa. How the fuck? Let's try this. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give me a sec. Oh. Oh. Okay. What the fuck is this? Okay, I give up. Bye. This is pretty. Oh, I think I get how you're supposed to work this. I think I get it now. That is so cute. Oh my god. That's wild. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Okay. Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna go back to the character creator thing. Like the tutorial. Puppet. Okay, let's see. Alright.
Now we've posed our puppet, we can start adjusting its proportions. To do that, we're going to use the stretch tool. Go to the assembly menu, then open the tools menu. Select the stretch tool. It's the one that looks like a double-ended arrow. The stretch tool works like the move tool in a lot of ways. But with the stretch tool, now we've posed our puppet, we can start adjusting its proportions. To do that, we're going to use the stretch tool. Go to the assembly menu, then open the tools menu. Select the stretch tool. It's the one that looks like a double-ended arrow. The stretch tool works like the move tool in a lot of ways. But with the stretch tool, you can move parts of the puppet beyond the limits of the connectors. Try grabbing and moving the puppet's head. Notice the way the neck elongates and shortens. Now try it on the hands. This changes the length of the upper and lower arm. Some body parts respond differently to the stretch tool. For
Yeah, it
instance,
seems like the puppet
if
gives you the
move
rig.
the upper arms, the shoulders will broaden and the chest will expand.
And then you can, like, change it the way you want to.
You can also scale parts of the
Just
puppet
biped.
using the up and down directional buttons. I'd only recommend doing this to the puppet's extremities though. The head, hands and feet. Puppets are delicate contraptions, and extreme scaling and stretching can make them behave unexpectedly. Now we've posed our go to the assembly menu, then open the tools menu. Select the stretch tool. It's the one that looks like a double-ended arrow.
Yeah, but I don't want to...
The stretch tool works like the move tool in a lot of ways. But with the stretch tool, you can move parts of the puppet beyond the limits of the connectors.
Hell
Try
yeah.
grabbing and moving the puppet's head. Notice the way the neck elongates and shortens. Now try it on the hands. This changes the length of the upper and lower arm. Some body parts respond differently to the stretch tool. For instance, if you move the upper arms, the shoulders will broaden and the chest will expand. You can also scale parts of the puppet using the up and down directional buttons. I'd only recommend doing this to the puppet's extremities though. The head,
Big
hands
feet.
and feet. Puppets are delicate contraptions, and extreme scaling and stretching can make them behave unexpectedly. But if anything does go skew-whiff, just undo it using the left directional button. If you know how to use sculpt mode, you could try scoping into the individual body parts to change their shape. You can find a whole tutorial on sculpting in the art tutorials.
Okay.
Have a play around with stretching and scaling and see what you can create. Try making the puppet more cartoony or turn it into a monster. Test out your puppet in play mode to see it in motion. When you're done, return to edit mode. Rewind time with L3 to get your puppet back in position. In the next step, I'll show you how to color and stylize your puppet.
Thick thighs save lives, bitches. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Now I just don't have a body. Okay. Is this like its foot? Okay. Is there like ball joints? I can see like some sort of... Aha! Yeah, but like deleting is very different than um than just erasing. So let me see. Gadgets. No, not motion controllers. Animation tutorials. Ah, okay, here we go.
It looks like Cuthbert is in a spot of bother. Connie needs our help to get across these platforms so she can rescue Cuthbert. So how about we add a little handmade animation to get her there?
Okay.
You don't need to go into play mode to
Yo.
see that Connie won't be able to make this jump. So let's animate that floating ledge down to her using an action recorder. Action recorders are super easy to use. Just stamp one in your scene, and it will record anything you move with the imp. And we mean anything. It'll even record you moving or tweaking gadgets. We'd better get going. Connie's getting really impatient. You know what cones are like. Go to the assembly menu. Press a square button if it's not already open. Then head to the animate menu. The animate icon is a clapperboard. That thing they use in movies before the director says, action. Now you get to be the director, and you can use these tools and gadgets to animate objects. Select the action recorder, the icon with a film strip and a plus sign on it. You'll now have an action recorder gadget on your imp. Stamp it down, somewhere near the floating ledge. A progress bar will appear at the top of the screen, along with a record button on the right. Also, your imp will turn red. This means you're ready to start recording.
I did
Don't
change my
worry,
PSN. I used to be
recording
Grace
won't
Fans.
start until you begin moving or changing things. When you're ready, grab the floating ledge with R2. Move it slowly towards Connie using the motion sensor function or the sticks. You'll notice that the bar starts to fill, recording your every move. Don't worry, it's not a time limit. The bar fills up as a visual indicator of something being recorded, so take your time. When you let go of R2, the recording will pause. If you move your view or use the grab cam, that won't be recorded. But if you've started time with R3, recording will continue when you let go of R2. That's why it's important to rewind or pause time before recording anything. That way, your action recorder only contains what you put into it. When you've finished recording, select the Stop Recording button in the context menu. Or you can use the shortcut L1 and circle button to exit the action recorder. Your imp will go back to normal to show that recording has stopped. Click R3 to play back your animation. Handmade animations are always a bit wobbly, but practice makes perfect. Calibrating your imp can help when using the motion sensor function. Just hold your controller in a comfortable position. then hold the Options button for a few seconds. In the next step, I'll show you how to edit a recorded animation.
This is difficult. Oh, access restrict. Yeah, whoops. Okay. I think that's it. I love how it just like fucking like yeets itself. Okay. Let's see.
Anything you record is stored in the Action Recorder gadget. If you hover over the floating ledge, the Action Recorder will pulse. Select the Action Recorder with X, and dashed lines will appear on the objects animated with it. It'll also show the animation path. That's this dashed line.
I'm not really too worried about the PS5. We got a long way to go. I think it'll maybe be a marginal improvement, but I'm not sure how much more they can do with just like console.
If you're not happy with your animation, redoing it is easy. First, rewind time with L3. Then hover over the Action Recorder gadget, hold L1 and press X. Now we can start recording again. Select the Retake button in the context menu to replace the old animation. Now you can record a new one. Move the platform so it stops in front of Connie. You can undo actions you perform using the left directional button, but it won't undo any time that has passed. So it's better to use the Retake button to undo animations.
There.
Move the floating ledge from the upper platform down to Connie. Don't worry if the animation's too slow or too fast. We can fix that later. Make sure you press the stop recording button when you're done. Spend a little time practicing with the Action Recorder. In the next step, I'll show you how to tweak your animation.
Oh, that's very bumpy. God, I have so many bad reflexes from Little Big Planet. Like, I just used the up on the D-pad to pause. Okay, I see how that works. Springiness. Let's do like a little bit. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Another way to edit animations is to tweak them. Hold L1 and press the square button over the action recorder gadget to open its tweak menu. Here you can see all the tweaks for the action recorder. By default, the playback mode is set to loop, so it plays the animation over and over again. But you can set them to play once, sustain, or to ping pong. Once will play the whole animation just one time. Sustain will play the animation for as long as the action recorder has power. If it loses power, it will stop. Then it will continue from that point when it's powered again. Ping pong plays the animation forward once, and then plays it in reverse. Then forward, then backwards, and so on. That sounds like a good option for our floating ledge. Select ping pong with X. Click R3 to start time and play the animation.
Oh. Well, I kind of did that convoluted anywhere.
You can also change the animation speed to make it slower or faster. Grab the slider with X and use your imp to change the speed. If you want to explore more of the action recorder tweaks, you can. If you hover over any button for a few seconds, a more info tip will explain what that tweak does. To close the tweak menu, just hold L1 and press the circle button anywhere over it. And of course, you can undo any changes you make by pressing the left directional button. Switch to play mode to test your changes.
Might as well try it.
When you're ready, come back to edit mode and start the next step.
Yay. That is a very sloppy animation, but whatever.
Now that Connie's made it up to the higher platform, how will she get back down to the next one? First, rewind time with L3. You probably already know about cloning objects, but do you know that you can clone their animations along with them? I'm sure you remember how to clone, but if not, just hold L1 and grab the ledge you animated with R2. Once you've made the clone, release
There.
L1, then move the ledge
I
to
did
the
it.
other side and release R2 to place it. Not only did you clone the ledge, but you also cloned its animation. Click R3 to start time. Now we just need to flip it so that it moves in the correct direction. First, make sure you
Neat.
rewind time. Grab the platform with R2. Then click L3 to flip it horizontally.
The hell is
Depending on where
this?
you grabbed it, you might have to move it closer to the other platform after
Yeah,
flipping.
people have like little hands and
You
arms.
may
How the
also
fuck do I
need
get
to
those?
realign it with triangle before releasing R2 to put it back down. Now click R3 to start time, and the platforms should move in opposite directions. Both animations are stored in the same action recorder. So if you retake or delete the action recorder, it will affect both animations. Now go into play mode and see if Connie can make it across both gaps.
That should be worth it.
Switch back to edit mode when you're ready to move on. Now let's get Connie to Cuthbert and get them through the door, before Cuthbert has a total meltdown. I've placed a shiny helper cube, let's call it Cuthbot, that holds up the next platform, but it's not very animated at the moment. To get it to walk back and forth towards the exit, we need to use Record Possession. It allows you to possess puppets and record a performance with them. Open the Assembly menu, then go to the Animate menu. Select Record Possession. It's the button with the sock puppet icon. Your imp can now possess the puppets in the scene. In the context menu, you'll see the count-in button. When this is selected, you'll get a 3-second count-in before recording starts. Press R2 over the Cuthbot to possess the puppet and start the countdown. When the count reaches 0, the possession recorder begins recording. Unlike the action recorder, it records constantly. So time will be recorded even when the cube isn't moving. Walk the Cuthbot around the obstacles to the final platform. Pause for a moment, turn around, then walk back to where the Cuthbot started. Starting and ending at the same place will help to make the animation loop smoothly. Press the circle button to depossess.
Oh. I should probably
You'll
take
notice
this off
that
the
the
axis.
recording pauses when you depossess. Select Stop Recording in the context menu to exit the possession recorder. Once you've stopped recording, click L3 to rewind time, then R3 to start time, and watch what you've recorded. In the last step, I'll show you how to edit the recorded possession.
Okay, well, that was weird. Cool.
You may have noticed a possession recorder gadget has appeared next to the Cuthbot. When you're using Record Possession, this gadget appears the moment you press the Stop Recording button. Select it with X to view the animation path. The Possession Recorder gadget also lets you edit and tweak the animation. Hold L1 and press X over the Possession Recorder to scope in and edit it. Just like the action recorder, you can choose to retake the animation by selecting the button in the context menu. To stop editing the possession recorder, select Stop Recording in the context menu. Or hold L1 and press the circle button to quickly scope out. You can also tweak the possession recorder with L1 and the square button. It has exactly the same options as the action recorder. Experiment with the recorder and the different tweak options. Remember, you can see more info about the tweak settings by hovering over them for a few seconds. close the tweak menu by pressing L1 and the circle button anywhere over it. Once you're done editing, switch over to play mode to test out the completed scene. Then Connie can navigate to the last platform and help Cuthbert through the door to complete the tutorial.
Oh my god, I almost fell off on my own fucking thing. Hello. No, come back, fuck. Up. Oh my god. Cute. Alright. Oh, keyframes. Interesting. Okay.
You might be able to animate wobbly platforms with the action recorder, but keyframes are where animation gets serious. Nice try, Cuthbert, but leave the dream shaping to the experts. We're going to use keyframes to animate the platform so Connie can reach the exit. A keyframe records any changes you make to an object, such as its position, tweak menu settings, or anything else you can think of. Then it stores those changes in a gadget that you can switch on and off. Okay, let's use keyframes to help Connie get across those platforms. First, go to the assembly menu. If it's closed, press the square button to open it. Look for the animate button, which has a clapperboard icon, and click on that. Start by selecting the keyframe gadget, which is the one with the diamond and the plus sign.
Yeah, it seems
Then
like you can.
stamp it in the scene above the first gap. You'll notice there's now a stop recording button in the context menu, and your imp now looks like a red keyframe. That means the keyframe gadget is recording
He's so
any
happy.
changes you make in the scene. But unlike the action recorder, it only records the state of things, not a period of time. It's probably easier to understand if we put it into practice. Let's try it on the block that's on the ground in front of Connie. Grab it with R2 and place it between the first two platforms. You'll see some dashed lines appear on the block. These tell you that the keyframe has recorded the change you've made to the object. You can move it as many times as you like. It'll only store the final result. If that's not the outcome you wanted, you can always undo your last change with the left directional button. The next bit is super important. To finish and store your changes in the keyframe, you need to select the stop recording button in the context menu. Select it now and see what happens. That's right. The block has snapped back to its original position. That's because the keyframe isn't active right now. But we can still see what's recorded by selecting the gadget with X. There. The block is back to where you moved it.
Neat.
You'll notice the keyframe doesn't record how things moved, just where they moved to. Make sure you deselect the keyframe before moving on. You can do that.
Oh, I
pressing
moved the
circle
keyframe
button.
too. Whoops.
In the next step, I'll show you how to use your keyframe in the scene. Now that you've recorded a keyframe, let's look at how to activate it. See the trigger zone above the first platform? Select it with X to check its area of effect. Okay, it looks like the zone stretches across the whole gap. Deselect it with the circle button. Then use the sticks or the grab cam to move in closer to the gadget. You'll notice an output port on its side, labelled Detected. This sends a signal when it detects a possessed puppet like Connie. We need to connect this to the keyframe, so select the port with R2 or X to create a wire. Then stretch it to the keyframe gadget with your imp and use R2 or X to connect the wire to the power
Cool.
port. Now the trigger zone signal will switch on the keyframe when it detects Connie. Try it out in play mode. Just press the options button and select the controller icon. See? As soon as Connie enters the trigger zone area, the block springs into place. Well, it works okay, but the animation's a bit fast, don't you think? We can do something about that after you take Connie across. Head back into edit mode. Rewind time with L3, and I'll show you how to add smoothing to the keyframe in the
Oh,
next
no
step.
way. That's awesome. I think I know how people do it now. Interesting. Okay. So there's like frame smoothing.
Okay then, we've made a simple keyframe animation. Now it's time to smooth it out and make it look better. Like almost everything in Dreams, keyframes can be tweaked. So open this one's tweak menu, hold L1, then press the square button over it.
Oops.
You'll see two sliders at the bottom, slow power up and slow power down. These determine how long it takes for the keyframe to turn on fully. Hover over the slow power up slider now and hold X. Then move your imp to the right to increase the value. Let's set it to 1 second for now. You can set slow power down to any value you like. Then close the tweak menu by selecting the cross icon in the corner. Or you can hold L1 over the menu, then press the circle button. Let's see what that looks like in play mode.
Neat.
Ah yes, that looks a lot smoother. If you're happy with the new animation, switch back to edit mode.
Fuck.
Rewind time with L3 and move on to the next step. It looks like the bridge across the next gap has collapsed. We could just move it back into place, but where's the fun in that? Let's perform a little bit of magic instead. Go to the Assembly menu and select another keyframe from the Animate menu. Stamp it above the gap with R2 or X. Now see if you can reassemble the bridge. Grab the first part and move it back where it should be. One of the great things about keyframes is that they can affect multiple objects. So you can put the other half of the bridge back too. Then select Stop Recording from the Context menu to store your changes. Once recording stops, the bridge will go back to its original position. So, select the keyframe with X if you want to see those changes again. I could have done a better job at positioning the bridge. Nothing to worry about though, because editing a keyframe is easy. Just select the Edit Keyframe button in the Context menu. It's got the same icon as a keyframe gadget. This allows you to make changes to the keyframe. You can remove things from a keyframe by pressing the triangle button over them. And now the bridges are back on the ground. Let's put them back into place, but this time, make sure they're a bit straighter. Remember, when you're grabbing things, you can realign them by pressing the triangle button. There we go. Much better. You can select Stop Recording again to finish editing this keyframe. Then move on to the next step when your bridge is in place.
Ah. Okay.
The bridge's new position is already stored in the keyframe, so all we need now is a way to activate it. That's where this trigger zone will come in handy. Let's select it to see what zone it covers. It's not in the gap this time, it's over this button. First, create a wire from the trigger zone's output using R2 or X. Then stretch it over to the keyframe and connect it to its power port.
We're doing it.
When Connie steps on the button now, the keyframe will be switched on. But what happens when she leaves the trigger zone? Let's test it in play mode to find out.
Well, now I know, because I did it before.
Just as I thought. When Connie moves away, the keyframe switches off. Let's head back to edit mode and see what we can do about that. Of course, we could just move the trigger zone into the gap, but this is an animation tutorial. So let's see if we can use the keyframe's tweak menu to fix the problem. Open it now with the L1 and square button shortcut and have a look at the options there. Hovering over the buttons will bring up their names. The one we're interested in is called Keep Changes.
Neat.
With this option turned on, any changes made by the animation will be permanent. So once Connie activates the keyframe, the bridge will stay in its new position until you rewind the scene. Since we're already in the tweak menu, let's add some smoothing to that animation. I think I'll set it to 2 seconds this time. Okay, time to close the tweak menu with L1 and the circle button. Then try out these changes in play mode.
Neat.
How's that for a magic trick? You can switch back to edit mode, rewind time, and experiment with the keyframe to see what else you can do. Maybe you could try keyframing a tweak menu setting, or animating some elements from the tutorial collection. When you're done, move on to the next step, and I'll show you how to use keyframes on a timeline. Keyframes are great for making simple animations. But if you want to make something more complex, you need a timeline. See that little block floating between the last two platforms? Let's use keyframes on a timeline to animate it. Start by selecting a timeline from the Animate menu. Stamp it down somewhere around the last gap. Then you can use the circle button to unequip the gadget. Now open the timeline, hold L1 over it and press X. This is the timeline canvas.
Yeah, I know
move the
this all from
canvas with your
LBP.
imp by grabbing it with R2. The numbers along the top are seconds, and you can see it set to 8 seconds by default. If you grab the edges with X, you can extend or shorten the canvas. Try setting it to around 6 seconds. If you ever need extra space to add more things, you can also extend the bottom of the timeline.
Neat. I like
Once you're
it.
comfortable with moving and resizing the timeline canvas, move on to the next step and we'll start adding things to it. Now, it's time to animate the floating block. Get a new keyframe from the Animate menu and stamp it in the scene. Now grab and move the block to its starting position at the edge of the platform where Cuthbert's waiting. Once the block's in place, remember to press the stop recording button in the context menu. Now, grab the keyframe gadget and move it over the timeline. The gadget will snap to it. Place it at the very start of the timeline. Then get another keyframe from the animate menu. We'll use this one to record the block's second position. This time, stamp the keyframe directly onto the timeline. Around the 2-second mark is good, on the same row as the first keyframe. Move the floating block to the opposite side of the gap. Now stop recording. Hover over the timeline canvas and play controls will appear. Using these controls, you can preview just the timeline without playing the rest of the scene. Select the play button to preview your animation. As you can see, gadgets are only active when the timeline's playhead is over them. So, when neither of the keyframes are switched on, the block goes right back to its original position. Now we need to edit the animation so the first keyframe blends into the second. To do that, open the first keyframe's tweak menu with L1 and the square button. Now that the keyframe is on a timeline, the buttons that were grayed out before are available. These are blend types, and they change how one keyframe merges into the next. Select the linear button, which will blend to the next keyframe at a constant speed. If you press the timeline's play button now, you'll see the platform move smoothly between the keyframed positions. Feel free to try out other blend types and see how they affect the animation. Then move on to the next step when you're ready.
This is not working too well.
We've got the platform moving smoothly now, but we can still improve how it works. Let's begin by making it pause for a moment at the start and finish, so Connie has an easier time getting on. All we have to do is scale the keyframes on the timeline, so they last longer. You might want to get up close to the first keyframe before we start. Now, with your imp over the keyframe, hold the up directional button to extend it. Then do the same with the second keyframe. Now that the keyframes are longer, the blend has become quicker. You can see it for yourself by selecting the play button under the timeline. If you want to scale a keyframe more precisely, you can do that with its trim handles. Trim handles are the dotted lines at the beginning and end of keyframes. Grab them now with R2 to give it a try.
Shit.
We should get the platform back to where it started now, but instead of adding a new keyframe, we're going to clone the first one. You remember how to clone things, right? Just hold L1 and grab the first keyframe with R2. Now drag it past the second keyframe and place it by releasing R2. Now we just need to add the blending between the last two keyframes. Only this time, we'll use a shortcut instead of the tweak menu. Just hover over the space between those keyframes, then hold L1 and press X. There you go, one linear blend added. You can even cycle through different blend types by keeping L1 held and pressing X again. I love shortcuts, because I'm lazy. Use the play controls on the timeline to preview the animation. Move on to the final step when you're ready to continue.
Wait, did I? Oh, I did keep changes. I'm a dumbass. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Forgot the time thing. Haha. See a fish. That's better. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream here because I need to go and do stuff. But thank you for watching, everyone.